How to help our diet to leave forward. As my dear YouTube friends are in this opportunity, we will talk about how to help our diet by eating the right foods. And leaving aside the foods that make us fat and we did not even know it, our eating habits are very important. These 10 habits make your diet not work. The order of the meals, the quantity, and the foods that should not interfere in it. Remember that in 21 days the body gets used to new habits and it will be easier for you to achieve your goal of weight and health. Skipping breakfast is a mistake. When getting up, is important that you activate your metabolism with a balanced breakfast that contains protein, favorable fat, and carbohydrates. Do not let more than an hour pass from when you get up until you have breakfast. The body needs to eat every 4 hours to balance the hormone insulin. That regulates the appetite and storage of fat. When you eat 5 times a day, your body feels satiated and you will not get to the food or dinner with a hungry hunger. Mix starches in the same meal. One of the principles of coherent diet is not to mix starches, bread, potatoes, pasta, quinoa, rice, couscous, in the same meal because the sum of its effects on insulin favor the storage of body fat. Eat before going to bed. According to chronobiology, it is the worst time of day to take hydrates, because there is less sensitivity to insulin and calories are stored in the form of fat. Snack and dinner lightly, and if you need to take something in the recipe, better protein, 1 slice or 2 of Serrano or Iberian ham, that will not provide you with so many calories. Distracted eating makes you gain weight. If you are eating with your mobile, reading, watching TV, etc., it will cause your mind to disperse and you will not be really aware of what you have eaten. People who eat absent-minded often consume up to 50% more calories. Eat fast. Digestion begins in the mouth, and the more you chew the food, the easier it will be for your body to digest it. In addition, the feeling of satiety takes about 15 to 20 minutes to reach your brain. Drink little. Your body accumulates toxins that must be expelled in the urine. Drinking water or infusions is a habit that you should practice. Curiously, the more you drink, the thirst you have. Salt and sugar hidden. Your palate can be educated for both sugar and salt. Get used to reading the labels to select the foods that contain less sugar and salt. The excess of sugar activates the insulin and the salt favors the retention of liquids and the overweight. Sleep a little. Sleeping little or badly affects hormone level, facilitates the conversion of calories into fat, and that you do not feel satiety when eating. Stress. It provokes the emotional hunger and makes you throw yourself into junk food or full of calories to calm your anxiety. Stress also activates insulin, favors your body to accumulate more fat, and your deposits do not burn, inhibit lipolysis. The sedentary lifestyle. In addition to the diet, it is necessary that you follow an active lifestyle. Walk, ride a bike, climb the stairs on foot, and do some muscle toning every day. Bread fattening. Bread is usually one of the first foods that the person eliminates when dieting on their own. But is there any reason that justifies it? The reality is that the bread, like the rest of farinaceous, is rich in carbohydrates. The nutrient that our body needs in greater quantity, and also the bread barely contains fat. And do not kid yourself. In many cases, what increases the calories of the diet is the butter, the chocolate, or the sausages with which you accompany the bread. The chorizo that usually go with the vegetables, or the cream and cheese sauces that cover the pasta dishes. Many of these companions are rich in fat. To give you an idea, carbohydrates provide 4 calories per gram, while fats provide 9 calories. Therefore, remember that fatty foods are more caloric than those rich in carbohydrates. The banana gets fat. The banana provides more calories per 100 grams than most fruits, such as apples, oranges, pears, strawberries, peaches, etc. The same happens with figs or grapes, which have a little more calories than the rest, if you consider the same weight. But have you ever weighed a Canarian peeled banana? It barely weighs 100 grams, while any fruit usually weighs almost twice as much. Therefore, you only have to take less quantity of the most caloric ones so that their contribution of energy is similar to that of a medium apple or orange. It does not make sense that your diet or that of your children does not include these delicious and nutritious foods. Any fruit gets fat if taken after eating. The order in which food is ingested does not influence the total daily calories. A fruit provides the same calories before or after meals. The advantage that you can report taking the fruit before eating is that it gives you a feeling of fullness thanks to its water and fiber content. And this can help you eat less of other foods. Eat only fruit for a whole day, lose weight. The fact that during a day you eat only fruit or decrease your food intake, does not make you lose weight. Or what is the same, you lose fat. In the same way that you do not get fat because one day you take a piece of cake. By taking exclusively fruit for a day, you bring to your body a good dose of vitamins, minerals, fiber, and antioxidants. But not protein, carbohydrates, and fat. Do you think this is a balanced way of feeding? If the water is taken during the meal, it gets fat. Water does not provide calories. Therefore, it does not get fat even if it is taken before, during or after meals. If you drink water before eating, it gives you a feeling of fullness, which helps you calm your appetite and moderate what you eat more. Pork is reputed to be one of the most fat and caloric. This is not entirely true. Do you know why? First, the amount of fat is different depending on the cut. That is, a pork tenderloin has 5 grams of fat per 100 grams, while the ribs are around 24 grams. And what about the spine? This contains about 9 grams of fat, little more than a beef entrecote, which contains about 6 grams. In addition, most of the fat of the pig is seen. So it is easy to eliminate before cooking and get a meat almost lean. The fried egg is a forbidden dish. The egg is a very nutritious food that you do not have to eliminate from your diet or that of your family. You can cook it in many ways, however, fried is the most successful it usually has among the little ones, but, should it be taken in this way? It is true that when frying any food the amount of fat increases, since it absorbs oil during frying. However, the egg has a limited oil absorption. This means that it does not matter that you fry it with more or less oil, because the egg will absorb a quantity of concrete oil. Let's give a practical example. If a medium egg contains around 6.5 grams of fat, after fried this amount increases to about 8.8 grams of fat. To see it clearer, let's transform these results into calories. A medium egg contains 90 calories and after frying it its caloric content becomes about 112 calories. So, are you still thinking that the fried egg is a calorie bomb? Stews are high-fat dishes. The amount of fat and calories contained in a stew depends on the amount of oil you use and the type of food you include. A lamb with children will have more fat than for example a stew of veal with vegetables or a stew of potatoes with spinach and prawns. Therefore, if you do not abuse the oil and try to choose low-fat ingredients, you can prepare tasty stews that do not have to be forbidden dishes. Well, my dear friends, I hope this information will be very useful if you like it. Do not forget to give it and subscribe to my channel and please always share my videos with all your friends and family. I say goodbye to all of you with a big hug and best wishes for all that God always protects them. Well, we'll see you guys until the second part of this report.